What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Dinta, man. Dinta. Good afternoon. Hey, boss. A whole boss. I am not a boss. Okay, to some I am, but those that are employed by, let's not get into that. What's up? Man, I'm chilled. I'm chilled. You know, just preparation, man, for the upcoming signals. Why do you always have to look for signals? Buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. So what's been happening, guys? It's been long. When was the last time we had a live? It's been quite a while, ne? It's been a while. So what's popping, guys? I see you guys are looking at certain things, just checking up, guys, you know. Preparing for, like right now I've been preparing for the December thingy. So like we're going to have like quite a lot of Zoom sessions throughout the course of December. So just, you know, like studying, lubricating the mind, so that like by the time we hit the mic, it's just, you know, just a flow, man. You just flow, no distraction, no nothing, so that, you know, you don't choke, you know. The music is always on point, man. Shout out, man. It's hotter in it's hotter than a pot in Namibia. Hey, yeah, like for me, actually, summer is not right. Summer is not it's not a productive season, man. But like, I've got this other fan that blows like cold air. You just have to pour in water in it, right? So it will blow out like cold air, right? So I prefer studying in a cold area, because like when the temperature is high, it's very difficult for one to like focus, especially when they are like studying. So like I prefer winter for me. That's like productivity there. Thanks for the sessions. They kick in when it's needed. Oh, shout out, man. Shout out. But like December, I'm not sure how often I will do like live Zoom sessions, because I'll be busy with the Zooms. So like as you guys know, like I've decided to take like December thingy, so whereby like I'll be preparing for the upcoming year. So it's going to be very much like necessary, because like preparation for the upcoming year gives us at least an opportunity for us to get into the new year like with a bit of like pace, you know. So shout out to the guys that actually like decided to join me for December. So shout out. So but other than that, let's just look at few things, man. So what do you guys think about gold? What do you guys think about gold? What do you guys think about gold? Should be dropping lower. I see sell. So out of curiosity, why do you think that like when we got into this area here, the market didn't continue to drop in value? What makes you think like why didn't it continue dropping in value? Because like if we were to look at it in the most basic or the most obvious sense, we basically say that like the market broke below a strong support, isn't it? So if it broke below a strong support, shouldn't it be selling? Because like right now I'm talking to those that are actually applying support and resistance. So I want to understand the certain approach to it. Shouldn't it be on its way to the downside? Because like by observation, it did break below a key significant area, or an area that is regarded to be significant. Needs to clear FVG. No, hey, my brother, I'm not good at abbreviations, man. That's why even when I text, I don't abbreviate text. So if I can't say WD, I will say the whole thing. What are you doing? I won't say would. So I'm not good at abbreviations. I don't abbreviate anything. So you see, so when you go into text or you go into reply, I suggest that you use the whole thing. Do not abbreviate things, because it's an automatic assumptions that I know what you're saying, you know. So yeah. So but like it's another thing to observe, right? It's another thing to observe, and it's actually like a cool thing to observe. The Dow theory may be in application right now. So the Dow theory, like I think like most people don't understand the whole dynamics of a Dow theory, right? Fair value gap. What's a fair value gap? Because like for me, but like we have to understand these things. What's a fair value gap? What's a fair value gap? For me, like I know a fair value area. I know a fair value area. I know the components that go within a fair value area. I know the explanation behind what's a fair value area, and I know how to explain the components that are within a fair value area, right? It's not necessarily like a fair value area. Basically, it's very simple: equal disagreement of value but equal agreement of price. That's basic explanation of it, right? Excess demand, supply. So but can we ever have like an excess of something? But yes, let's just look at it from that specific assumptions, right? It could dip low. So but like the question here is that like why are we pushing to the upside, right? If you are requesting to join the live, please do not waste your time. I will not accept, right? So yeah, fair value gap is an imbalance. Okay. It passed the resistance level because there was is liquidity. Okay, there is constant liquidity within the market, right? It did break, but the problem child in the sell zone on the left. Okay, yeah, you see, if you look too much to this side, you will fail to recognize what's occurring in this side. The left hand side of the chart doesn't really play a huge role, but it does play a key significant role, but not that huge. So do you think it might reach the supply? The market is in constant supply and demand. Always there is always each and every price level there is a supply and a demand, right? So the thing that is more important is understanding that the price itself that is priced within the market, it's not really that important, right? The only thing that is more important is the engagement between the two individual, which is buyers and sellers. So if you understand the engagement between them, you understand that they are the ones that are actually setting the pricing. The price is not set by an exchange, it's actually set by people doing engagements. So that's how you get to see the price. So technically speaking, focusing on the price, it's kind of like a waste of time, while you should be focusing more on understanding the relationship between buyers and sellers, or suppliers and consumers. Basically, in simple terms, supply, demand, if you want to put it that way. But isn't it nice though, right? Isn't it nice? Forex is nice, ne? Or is it me who just feel like it's nice? It's too delicious, ne? Yeah, it's too nice, guys. I enjoy this thing very much. So I enjoy the learning curve. I enjoy like a lot of things about it. I think maybe I just enjoy my own company, but hey. So like right now, So I think I tweeted this before, but like I made a mistake. I shouldn't have said Newton's third law. It's actually Newton's first law. I think the law of inertia, right? I think it's the law of inertia, right? So I wish I could flip this so you can see it in a more. Oh, let me see. Okay. I wish I could invest it, right? Okay. So no, regardless of that, let's look at it from this level here, right? Right. So let's say that this area here, this entire area here, it's a wall, right? Look at it before the breakout. So do not focus on this area. Don't focus on this area. Don't focus on this area. Just focus on this area here. Push to the downside until here and focus on this area here, right? So let's say that like you do apply the law of inertia, right? So you basically, let's say you apply Newton's law, and then you look at that as a wall. Actually, look at it as a car, because a car is actually movable, right? Okay, look at it as a wall, hitting it with a sledgehammer, right? So the thing that occurs is that the amount of force that is required for you to penetrate that wall, it should be greater than the amount of force that the wall exerts back to the object that you are using, isn't it? I hope I'm not confusing you guys. I'm saying that like the amount of force that is required, right, to break this wall should be greater than the amount of force that is exerted by the wall. Because remember that the force, when you exert a force on an object, it exerts back the same amount of force that you are, right? So that's why like right now, if you can go look at the wall and you try to push a wall, it won't actually like move or anything, because or you actually can try it with a car. That's why like a car, when you try to push it one man, sometimes you can't move it, right? You have to get an external party to come and help you move it. So therefore, let's say maybe you weigh 60 kilograms and the other guy also weighs 60 kilograms. That means that if the amount of force that were exerted onto that, for example, we say that maybe it's 60, and then you alone, you're exerting the same amount of force, is 60-60. So therefore you reach an equilibrium, isn't it? But then you call your friend, he comes in and pushes the car, right? So now you've got 120 amount of force that is exerted on the object, right? So the object will be able to move because it's exerting 60, you're exerting, both of you are exerting 120. So it's able to move, right? So that's when you look at it in terms of that, right? That's the same principle that occurs when you get to this level here. It's not a matter of whether the price is holding or what. The same principle that were actually explained initially about support and resistance, support being the ceiling, support being the like, you know, the floor, and then resistance being the ceiling. Some of you should have actually took that literally, right? So you understand that like right now, if you're on the third floor, you can't automatically like move downwards, because like, you know, you have to take the steps. That's one of the concepts that are implied when you're looking at it in terms of linear. Each and everything around us is actually linear. It forces us to move according, so you cannot just go through the wall, right? So that's the same thing. That means that for you to be able to push price to the downside, you're going to need at least to exert a certain amount of force, isn't it? So just look at it from that perspective, right? So right now, let's say maybe we're looking at it from this level here, right? From this level here. So do you guys get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? So when you're looking at it, you're going to look at it from that level, right? Am I confusing? Am I confusing? It's not tough, ne? Basics, right? So basically, like, let's say maybe like you came into this area, right? So the retracement itself, it serves as a mechanism to kind of like generate force, right? So if you're going to generate force, you're going to need some distance. Let's say you're going to need force to break below this level here. That's why you're going to make this retracement a push to the upside to generate force. Like for example, right now, if I want to break this with this, so if I do this, like my fist is against this, right? It won't break, right? For me to be able to break it, I have to pull back and hit again, right? You understand? So like if I do this, I'm not going to do much damage, right? But if I want to break this monitor, I have to pull back and then hit it. By pulling back, I'm going to generate enough distance so that when I come, the speed in which I approach this, combined with the momentum, right, and the trajectory as well, and as well as the weight of this fist, it's going to determine whether I break this or not. So like you pull back, combined with the weight of the fist coming back, then I'll be able to break it, isn't it? So the same thing, pull back, generate enough distance for speed, come back, you'll be able to break it. Right now you can hit something with a sledgehammer. After you hit the wall, after you hit the wall with a sledgehammer, you keep the sledgehammer here. How will you be able to break it if you keep the sledgehammer here? You need to pull it back over your head, come back, hit it, then you'll be able to achieve your things. This is Harvard, guys. Please do not worry. This is Harvard. You understand? Harvard. The academia. I mean, it's fun, man. To know things is very nice, guys. Trust me. You must read. That's the main objective. And when you read, you don't actually need to read. Like the physics itself, it revolves around everything. So if you understand physics, it kind of gives you like an ability for you to be fluid in terms of your explanation. You can't just say upon the break of a trend line, it does not show any evolution. So right now we are approaching it in terms of in terms of physics, which is nice, right? So right now, okay, let's say maybe you and your friend, right, have pushed a car before, right? You and your friend have pushed a car before. Am I lying? Gents, you know this. You know this. You and your friend have pushed a car before, isn't it? If you have ever pushed a car, say yes. I think everyone has pushed a car in their lifetime, right? If you pushed a car, say yes. I want to show you some things that are nice, ne? That are cute. Right? So you and your friend pushed a car. After you're done pushing a car, how do you feel? After you're done pushing a car, how do you feel? Do you feel like you can run a mile? How do you feel after pushing a car? How do you feel? How do you feel after pushing a car? How do you feel? Like you yourself, how do you feel after pushing a car? How do you feel? How do you feel? You feel tired, isn't it? That means that you released an intense amount of energy within a short period of time. You feel tired. Therefore, when you feel tired, what do you need to do? You need to chill, right? You need to relax, right? You need to relax. You need to breathe, a bit of cold drink, right? And if you've got alcohol, 2 beers, right? So the very same thing. After you push a car, which is this, you pushed a car. Now you feel tired. You cannot continuously push a car. So for you to be able to continue to push that specific car, you have to rest. There. That is the resting phase, isn't it? So the duration in which you rest depends on the amount of energy you exerted during the task. If you exerted a lot of energy for you to push that car, that means that the amount of time you're going to take for you to catch your breath and rest a bit so that you can feel re-energized, it's going to be equal but opposite, isn't it? So now we enter into Newton's. You see, Newton's law of motion says that, like, for every action there is an equal but opposite reaction, isn't it? That means the amount of time you push the car, chances are you're going to spend a significant amount of time resting, isn't it? For every action there is an equal but opposite reaction. For every action, which is this one to break below, there is an equal but opposite reaction. This one, the resting period, isn't it? Forex is nice, guys. Right, so that means that, like, the depth of the retracements depends on the amount of energy excreted during this. So that means that, like, now that is in physics, right? But I know let's go war. Well, let's go war, guys. Let's go war. Let's go war. Yeah. Hey man, this is nice, man. Forex is delicious, man. Right? But like these things, man, like, it's all depend on a lot of things, right? So again, like, it's easy to explain and do everything, but like there's a certain detachment that you need to have from actually, like when it comes to trading, like, you have to detach yourself from your equity. So if there's constant attachment from your equity, it's going to be very difficult for you to maintain, like, a clear mind when approaching the trades, right? Everyone takes losses, and sometimes we do not do that. 50 standard, have you watched some ICT? I don't have time for those things, man. I'm too old. Those are for young men. Those are for young men. I don't have time for those things. I learn from books. If it's not in the books, it's not worth my time. I learn from the books. I don't have time to be learning from people. Like, I don't follow trends. I don't play games. I don't play Forex. I don't... all the things that I don't... let's leave that thing there. Hey. You know... So you understand. So I think, like, right now, like, again, so now throughout the course of the year we have been in constant, like, reduction in value. Hey Mokopan, in some matter. So throughout the course of the year we've been in constant decline, right? So we will see, man. But like, for now, when it comes to currently, like, looking for short positions, I think, like, you should kind of, like, chill a bit. I'll definitely look for possible short positions roughly around that area there. We'll see next year. So, like, we've got like 1, 2, or 3 months ahead of us, which will be nice to observe. Which will be nice to observe. But I think, like, you know, it's in a weird state, you know. But I think we'll see how the year progresses. But I think, like, this will probably be a nice area to consider. Wait, 1 week. This will probably be a nice area to consider short positions. But I'll definitely place it somewhere around here, right here. I wouldn't take short positions at this level here, because, you know, like, once you take short positions at this level here, so you are in line with the order blockers. So it's never a favorable area to be, you know. It's not a logical thing, right? So rather you wait, like, I would say somewhere here, or just a tiny bit above. But like, if I were to look for short positions, this will definitely be an area that is very interesting to observe, somewhere there. This will definitely, like, 1900, that will definitely be an area for me to consider, right? So do you put SL or you go all in? Go all in. Amen. I I worked hard to build my equity to have financial stability. I don't have time for all ins. I do not play that game, especially with money. I don't do that. I don't go all in at all. Gradual growth. This all in things is going to kill you with a heart attacks. Young person, young men, young females at hospitals suffering from heart attack. Next thing they blame that you actually took the vaccine, and that time you didn't even take any vaccine. You just over leveraged, and now there's a heart attack, there's blood clots and everything. So just chill. You can't over leverage your equity. The only people that are over leveraging equities are those that know that they've got constant source of income every day. So that's why you will see a lot of forex mentors. Mentors is actually like a high degree, let's put it simple. That's why you will see a lot of forex influencers over leveraging. The reason why they over leverage is because they know very well that there is a constant flow of money, either from the IB links, their associations with brokers, or the people that follow them and call them kings, Krotman, hey, boss, all those things. They know this type of people are going to do what? To bring them money. Even if he over leverages, right now he can just make a special for 1 hour. You know, he says fast, and then you go and you do that. After that, he takes your money, he deposits and he trades with it, and then if he's lucky, he gets positives, and then he posts it, and then you think that that is a good thing. It's not. You can't over leverage, man. If you over leverage, it means that something is wrong. Like mentally, it's not wise to put your entire thing in at risk. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't over leverage myself. I don't even play that game. Every dollar, even if I lose $100, that is painful to me, because I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose anything. Every single cent counts. So go all in is not my style. It's not. It's never been. I don't over leverage, man. I put sizable trades. If I'm wrong, the pain is not that severe. I can go and play FIFA and chill. I'm not going to be out here having heart palpitation. Amen. And right now, when you're married, every time when your wife touches you, you're already thinking about the money you lost. So you're dismissing her because you are stressed by your things. Right now, it's time for performance. I can't be playing games with money when hey, don't want to do that. Hey, can't go all in. Hey. So right now, like, that's why I say that, like, right now 1900, it will provide a good opportunity for us to buy, right? So I think that will probably be a nice area to consider taking long positions. But like at this moment, like, right, I'll be very vigilant, especially when the market like reaches this area here. I want you like be very vigilant, right? Be very vigilant, right? Especially when the market approaches this area, because like you have to realize that there's this hard-headed individuals, right, that do not seek evolution. So these ones here, you have to be very careful about them, because they're looking for a breakout and retest. So that's going to be a very dangerous area to consider taking buy positions, because of these guys here, right? These guys here are the main source of the problem, because they might need price to continue pushing as low as this level so that they can retest their things. So if they do that, that means that like this area here, it's no longer valid. So you can actually look for a possible break below this level and a continuation of the drop. So that's why you have to be mindful of these guys here. So these ones are, you know, like they're like, it's like driving during the night, right? Wild chickens. So it's very difficult. It's very, you can hit one and you know, you can lose control of the car. So you have to be mindful of them, right? Approach with caution. Like be very, you know, be very observant. Like about N1 during the night, so we do not want such things. So this one's give on like those hazardous things on the road during the night, you know, those speed humps without any markings. So you have to be very vigilant about them. So you have to be very vigilant, especially when looking to make executions. You have to take those guys into consideration, because they are wild, you know. These are the YOLOs. You only live once. They do not care about equity, nothing. Give my rough neck, Give my rough neck. They very, so like, you have to be very careful, especially when you approach roughnecks. So but like I'll be looking for possible long positions, like max probably would say like here. Max will probably be there, right? So if I do not reach any level around this area here, let's see, dude, so like somewhere around there, man. Like, but if I don't reach any area around this level here, I won't take long positions. But like as well, it will depend on the price to time relationship. So obviously, like during December, I'll be very careful about that, I'll be very careful about that. So but the question is that, like, why do we actually need a reduction in the value of gold, right? So the value of gold has been priced weirdly ever since the Bretton Woods thingy there, ever since the separation from it. That's why it has been in constant rally. Like, it's very, so but we'll see. So but I think like this area here will provide like a fine opportunity, right? So but just keep an eye on that, right? An eye on that, and just be very mindful. But like at around this area here, do not place any positions. Yeah, so but like if we see the spike to the downside here, means that like it might be at this level here. So I would look to like hedge against this bullish movement. So that will probably be a great area for me to consider hedge positions with minimum risk exposure. So that will probably be great, isn't it? So yeah, but it's not going to be that that tough. Just like right now, it's just more of like approaching with caution. Like, do not free ball it. Don't go all in. You will die. You will get hurt here. It's not it's December, man. Right now, kids will be asking you, where's the Christmas clothes? You'll tell them that, I was trying to double it and I failed. So right, so just kind of like look for that there. It'll probably be okay. But yeah, man, but shout out, guys. Hey, man, shout out for pulling through. We're working, man. Any good forex book recommendation? Hey, I'm not Krot man. Come on, I'm not that. Margin, that's it. If you don't wanna margin, that's okay. Krot man is not I'm not on that level yet. So I'm not on that level. What is the price to time relationship? And I do not recommend books, nor do I recommend brokers. I don't recommend books, I don't recommend brokers. So if you right, so but like guys, hey, shout out, man, for pulling through. I hope you guys have a lovely evening. We will talk, right? So keep on enjoying everything, man. Enjoy the process. Yeah, that's it. NASDAQ 100 analysis, please. How much do you have in your account? Let's start there. It's not like I'm disrespecting you, but like I want to understand, how much do you have for you to be so curious about NASDAQ? Because like NASDAQ needs someone who's financially stable. NASDAQ US 30, S&P 500, Germany 40 or 30. It needs someone who's financially stable. Like right now, you can go to, like, you have to be financially stable to trade those things. And the problem is that, like, because people want your money so much, they cannot tell you that you're not financially stable for you to trade that, right? They will just accept you, and then that's it. Financial stability is required. Right now, you can't go and go Santen. You can't just go and live at Santen right now. Santen, you have to be, if you are at Mpumalanga, those that are from Mpumalanga, you can't go and live at Bankenfeld. You can't just go at Bankenfeld and be like, oh, I like this place, let me stay here. The properties are expensive. You have to be financially stable. That means when you're talking about financially stable, those type of areas, that means that, like, again, Porsche Panamera, like, that's nothing to you. You understand? M4, it's nothing to you. Like you can buy, and when you say buy, like a bank, you can buy cash, contante, straight. Out one. So you have to be that financially stable for you to be able to say, you know, like that's this, to live at certain areas. Same as trading, you have to know your pockets. Know your pockets, know how heavy they are, right? Know how low they are, because sometimes people miss the opportunity to build equity because they are so in a rush to make profit so that they can post it. You do not need to post profits. You don't need that. Just focus on building your craft. You focus on trying to impress us, and some of like impressing people that do not generally care. Like if I make money, it's my money, it's not yours. So at the end of the day, you'll just like, but it's not coming into your bank account at all. It's not. It's there in mine. You know, it's not coming to yours. So you gave me a like, that's it. Even when you give a like, doesn't really matter that much, because now Instagram algorithm is just different. So you can't, you know, there's no win at all. So like that's why, like I say that, like when it comes to trading, especially when you're starting, man, like currencies are very important. It's very important to trade currencies, because currencies, they allow you to participate within the market, but with minimum risk exposed. So you get to build your equity while you learn in the process. But when you trade NASDAQ, there is no learning here, and there is no building. You're just dying every day. When are you getting ahead? And the amount of money that you fund, sometimes you can go look at it, the amount of money that you fund, you know, you qualify for a TSI. The amount of money you fund with per month, you qualify to pay at the new Golf 8. But you do not even realize that this is the amount of money that is flowing, you know, because trading, what's it like you see the people that smoke nyaope, these people, they hustle. Same as people that trade, they hustle. They will hustle to fund an account. And if you look at people that smoke now, these people he can smoke 40 bands, 40k per month. The amount of money he hustled, 40k. Same as traders, he can hustle 20k being unemployed, but hustle 20k to fund. That's just to show you how addictive this thing is. Because now you put in 1.5 today, it moves you. You put in 1.5 again. Where did you get it? We do not know. So per month, per week, you're already down 5k, 6k. Next week again 6k. That's 2 weeks, that's 12k. Another 2, that's 24k. So per month you already spend 24k, and you are unemployed. That's the beauty of trading. It will make you hustle, especially when you are an addict. This one, like the probability of it increasing in value, it's slowly reducing, it's slowly reducing. So this consolidation is a huge problem. So but just keep an eye on it, right? So if it does drop into this area here, just try and get something, but be mindful of these gents here, right? Be mindful of them. You see them, these guys here, be mindful of them. They're very gevaarlijk, they're hazardous. So just be mindful of them, because they're looking for a breakout and retest. So just keep an eye on that. So especially when you're making your positions, when you're planning your positions, just be careful of them. Yeah, just be careful of them, because like they might be a bit of extensions nyan. So it's best that you understand that, okay, when it extends, what's happening here. I wouldn't advise against hedging against the move. I wouldn't advise against hedging them. Like if you hedge against the move, you put yourself at risk. So just be very careful of that. right? Yeah, just be careful of that, because if you try to hedge, you might be at the line of fire, because there's a probability that this can continue to rally. So I wouldn't suggest that you hedge. Yeah, so you might just actually like, if just get into this area and then rally, but like, hey, I wouldn't even suggest that you try it. Yo, but guys, hey, we touched on the important things. Right now it's just like looking at these things, man. Hey guys, shout out for the love, man. You know, it's been an amazing year, man. So let's continue putting in more work. You know, it's in, like, character is built in the process, man. Like, it's through the process of trying to elevate yourself in terms of like the trading career that kind of like builds your character. So all of us have different characters, but just try your best not to be a douchebag, right? So shout out, guys.